Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to the United Regional Chambers Weekly Update. We try to bring you on some interesting subjects and some interesting guests. And this week, it is my pleasure to bring on an old friend, Miss Kim Thomas. She's the CEO of the Old Colony Habitat for Humanity. Hey, Miss Kim, how are you?
Doing great, Jack. How are you?
I'm doing good. Kim and I have known each other for a week or two. We've been involved in a couple of different organizations within the region. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the Old Colony Habitat for Humanity and a couple of things they have coming up. But before we do that, first, Kim, tell us all about Kim Thomas.
Well, thanks, Jack, for having me on today. It's great to see you again. For humanity for about I used to work at Taunton Credit Union, and I've had the pleasure of having a nonprofit and for-profit background. And also, I am on the board of Bluestone Bank. So that's where we go way back to, Jack, with New Hope in those days of many,
Yep,
many years. So I
yep.
feel very, very lucky to be in the community and doing work helping families.
Well, you've done some tremendous work. You've had a build in Norton, you've had a build in Taunton, and now you're working on one in Franklin. Um, but let's talk a little bit. How about the community impact? Kim, can you share a little bit about the Old Colony Habitat for Humanity's mission and the impact you've been able to have and you've made in our local communities?
Yes, absolutely. As you were saying, we had a build in Attleboro and then in Norton and then in Taunton, in Frank wouldn't otherwise be able to. So it's families that are living and working in the area, working hard in the community, and they will pay a mortgage and they put in sweat equity in their homes. And just to be able to really give keys to a family that's deserving, it's just a wonderful opportunity to help families be able to afford a home. Because as you know, nowadays, be able to help families.
Okay, for some reason, folks, we keep going in and out on the internet. I don't know what's going on today. Um, Tell us a little bit about the sweat equity that they have to put into the property.
Yes, families have to put about 250 sweat equity hours per adult, and they're able to really make a difference in their own home and work alongside sponsors and corporations and volunteers to make a mark and to work on their home. So they did work in the restore, but we did close our restore back in June, just because the lease was up and it was pretty expensive for us. So families have another opportunity now to work in our office, which we have in Rainham, Bristol County Savings Bank. They haven't really launched it yet, but we have an office with them, and we're able to have volunteers and families doing their sweat equity at the office as well.
Well, I've been involved in a couple of the builds with you. You have an exciting project underway up in Franklin involving a historic home, or was it a church? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it's so exciting, Jack. It's on 762 Washington Street, and it's an old congregational meeting house. It's been around, built in 1856, and we're rehabbing it for a single family home for a three-bedroom, two full baths, and a gorgeous, gorgeous space for a family. And the setting is in a residential area as well. So and it's not a large, I tell people who are, rehabbing a church for a family, but it's a small, 2,100 square foot, small, beautiful building that we're going to keep the cupola, restore the outside, and have a beautiful space for the next family. We have about six families that have qualified and will do home interviews and be the Lopes family from Taunton in the next probably month or so.
Okay, and Habitat is well known for bringing the community together. How can people volunteer or get involved with some of your upcoming projects?
So they can call our 508-399-1781, or they can go on our website, which is probably an easier way, the oldcolonyhabitat.org, and there's a volunteer link under the tab to sign up, as well as emailing us at info@oldcolonyhabitat.org. People can reach out to us anyway, that way. We respond to our emails. We talk with people and what they're interested in. We have committee openings for family services and land committee, build committee. We have all kinds of different committees, as well as hands-on work at the office and at the build.
Well, tell us, what other things does Old Colony Habitat for Humanity do besides these builds?
So we do one community project a year. We're a really small affiliate. There are about 15 habitats across the state. So we used to do a brush with kindness program, small repair program. We're going to try to resurrect that. But right now we do a community project. We just did the Daggett Crandall assisted living program. We put on new roof on their gazebo. So we do one community project a year, and then we do the build, and then we do some budgeting classes and things like that as well, financial literacy, and to help families that, may just about didn't make it on this next application, and we give them tools to be able to be ready for the next one. So those are the kind of things that we do.
Okay, and I know that we talked once before that you had to close the Restore store up there on Route One in North Attleboro, but I understand Old Colony Habitat has recently opened up a new office. Um,
Yes.
what does that mean for the organizations and the families that you serve?
So it really gives us a place that we can hang our hat, so to speak. So we can have meetings, we can have families come in and do like an in-person type of opportunity where we can have people drop off their applications, come in and ask questions. It's just really been a huge opportunity for us. We all worked remotely, so as you know how important it is to be part of a community and having a space to really call your own and to be able to then invite people to come there and either celebrate, do key dedications or anything like that. It's just nice to have that home base for us and really gives us a solid ground to think about what our next steps will be if we would open a store again or not.
And tell us, where does your funding come from?
So we work with a lot of corporations and a lot of businesses in the area that do team build days. They range from like $50,000 to $2,500. And what we Habitats raise money by having corporate build days. So people will pay the donation, the companies to come out and do the work. They use it as a team build opportunity. So people are able to kind of really have a camaraderie on site. And it's a really lot of fun. We have the guys out there, the project leads, and teaching everyone new skills, and people are able to come out and do that, and that's the money that we use directly. It goes right directly to building the home. So we're very, very small. I have myself and two part-time people, and so everything that we raise will go through administration and mostly all to the homes, because like I said, our overhead's very low, and we're able to get that a very generous donation and in a sorts from Bristol County Savings Bank, so we pay a very small rent, and we're able to just really have a beautiful space and beautiful opportunity. So, and then we meet corporations too. They can come out to see our office while we're talking with them about the opportunities to sponsor.
Okay, and well, speaking of fundraising, you have something coming up, a wine tasting.
We
Tell us a little
do.
bit about it.
It's our only fundraising event of the year, and we are having it at Lake Pearl and Rentham on October 23rd. It's from 6 to 9. It's really like heavy appetizers, glaciers. Bill Callahan over at Glaciers, the Old Horizon Beverage, has donated 80 bottles of wine to raffle. They've donated the wine tasting, 6 tables they'll have there. And we have, a lot of great sponsors that have helped us: Bristol County Savings Bank, Troutman. So many people are helping us. So if we tickets are $85 a person, and again, it goes towards a little bit towards the hosting an event, as you know, but also the auction and the live auction really help us to use that money to build homes. So it's a great opportunity. We have 40 auction items and really a lot of fun live ones, and it's going to be a really good time. So hopefully people can make it and support us.
Well, speaking of support, how can the general public help and support your organization? Oh, how can the general public help and support your organization? Uh, looks like
Okay,
we're having some internet trouble
I'm
again.
back. You there?
I'm there.
All right.
Okay, how can the general public help support your organization?
By all the things we talked about, Jack, right? It's getting the word out, referring families to apply, having people come out and buy tickets to our wine tasting, grab a hammer for a day. A lot of volunteers, some of them are with us, a couple times a week. We'll help volunteers that can come for a few hours a week is a huge help. Whatever anyone can do. So between volunteering, donations, and referrals, and really just talking about the good work we do on the community so people recognize us. That's a great way to help, especially like you're doing for us today. So we appreciate it, Jack, very much.
All right. Well, as we close down, have you got any final thoughts for everybody?
I'm just excited to see you, excited to be here, and it's an honor and privilege to serve families through Habitat in our communities. And it's best job ever. And I appreciate everybody's support throughout all the communities, 24 of them we serve, and appreciate all that you do for us too at the chamber.
Well, thank you. And Kim, thanks for joining me again today. Big shout out again to Jim Jones and the team over there at AACS who puts up with me every week. And we're going to take a break next week. So we'll see you in 2 weeks, folks. So everybody, please stay safe.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Kim.